Imagine walking into a supermarket with just one item on your shopping list. Maybe you need a gallon of milk. You walk through the automatic doors, grab a cart, and head toward the dairy section, expecting to be out within just a few minutes. But before you reach the milk, you pass the bakery. Fresh bread, cakes, and pastries are right in front of you. Then you notice a display of snacks, chips, and packaged foods catch your attention, even though none of them were on your original list. Eventually, you reach the dairy section and find the milk you came for. You could simply grab it and head to checkout. But instead, your cart starts filling up with cereal, eggs, fruit, snacks, and frozen food. Your simple shopping trip is becoming much larger. And that simple experience happens thousands of times every day. A large supermarket can contain thousands of different products and serve hundreds or even thousands of customers. Behind all of this is a complicated economic system. The supermarket connects suppliers with consumers, while products and money constantly move in opposite directions. At its core, the supermarket buys products from suppliers at one price and sells them to customers at another. The difference between those prices creates gross margin. But that margin isn't pure profit. The supermarket still has to pay employees, rent, electricity, insurance, maintenance, technology, and many other expenses. And the costs begin before the first customer even arrives. Opening a supermarket can require a huge investment in buildings, equipment, technology, and inventory. The store has to be renovated and prepared. Floors, lighting, shelving, checkout lanes, storage areas, and electrical systems all require significant investment. Then come the commercial refrigerators and freezers. Meat, dairy, frozen foods, and other products depend on reliable temperature-controlled equipment. Once the store is ready, thousands of products must be placed on shelves. Milk, eggs, bread, cereal, meat, fruit, snacks, beverages, and household products all need to be available. And every product sitting on a shelf represents money the supermarket has already spent. Inventory is essentially capital sitting inside the store, waiting to be sold. Finally, the supermarket opens its doors. Customers begin entering, shopping carts start moving, and the economic machine comes to life. Soon, customers reach the checkout area. Every completed purchase creates revenue, and hundreds or thousands of transactions can happen in a single day. One small transaction may not look impressive, but when thousands of small transactions are repeated every day, the total revenue can become enormous. This is where many people make a mistake. Huge revenue does not automatically mean huge profit. The supermarket has to pay for almost everything that makes those sales possible. Think of the business as a balance scale. Revenue is on one side, while products, payroll, rent, electricity, waste, theft, and other expenses are constantly pulling on the other. This is why supermarkets often keep everyday products such as milk, eggs, and bread competitively priced. Customers usually know what these products should cost. If one supermarket becomes noticeably more expensive than another, customers can easily switch stores. Grocery shopping is highly sensitive to price. So the supermarket may accept a very small margin on popular everyday products while earning better margins on other categories. The goal is to make the entire shopping basket profitable. Imagine a customer entering for only 1 gallon of milk. The supermarket doesn't want that customer to leave with only milk. It wants the customer to discover and purchase more products. That's why the shopping basket is so important. A basket containing many different products can generate far more value than a single item purchase. Even the supermarket's aisle layout is designed with economics in mind. The movement of customers through different departments can influence what they notice and eventually buy. Fresh produce is often placed near the entrance. Bright fruits and vegetables create an attractive first impression and make the store feel fresh and high quality. The bakery can create another powerful effect. The smell of freshly baked bread and pastries can attract customers and encourage them to stop. Essential products, such as milk, may be placed toward the back of the store. That forces customers to walk past many other products before reaching them. Every shelf customers pass creates another opportunity for an additional purchase. A product doesn't have to be on the shopping list to end up in the cart. Then there is the checkout area. This is some of the most valuable space in the supermarket because customers are already standing in line and preparing to pay. Small products such as gum, candy, batteries, and snacks can be added almost automatically. A $2 purchase seems insignificant, but thousands of them can become meaningful revenue. Another major strategy is private label products. These are supermarket-owned brands placed beside famous national brands. For customers, private label products can look like cheaper alternatives. For supermarkets, they can provide attractive margins and greater control over pricing. The supermarket may not manufacture these products itself. Outside factories can produce them while the supermarket controls the branding. Distribution and retail relationship. Scale gives large supermarkets another advantage. A small grocery store might order a few boxes, while a major supermarket chain can order an entire truckload. That purchasing power gives the supermarket leverage. Purchasing managers can negotiate prices, quantities, promotions, delivery schedules, and payment conditions with suppliers. After products are purchased, huge delivery trucks transport them to distribution centers and stores. This massive logistics network keeps the shelves supplied. Fresh produce creates another challenge. Employees constantly inspect fruits and vegetables because customers expect them to look fresh and appealing. The supermarket has to forecast demand carefully. Order too little and shelves become empty. Order too much and products may spoil before they are sold. Overstocking can therefore create real losses. Bananas, strawberries, vegetables, and other fresh products can become unsellable when they sit too long. One way to reduce that loss is discounting. Products approaching their expiration date can be marked down, encouraging customers to buy them before they become waste. But some waste is unavoidable. Spoiled fruits, damaged packaging, expired products, and unsold bakery items all represent money the supermarket has already spent. Modern inventory systems help control this problem. Managers can monitor stock levels, sales patterns, expiration dates, and demand to make better ordering decisions. Then there are the employees, cashiers, stockers, bakers, butchers, cleaners, security workers, managers, and many others keep the supermarket operating. Labor can be one of the largest recurring expenses. Managers have to schedule enough employees to serve customers while avoiding unnecessary labor costs. Technology is changing that equation. Self-checkout machines allow one employee to supervise several checkout stations at the same time. But technology doesn't completely replace people. Machines can malfunction, products may not scan correctly, and customers often need human assistance. Security is another important expense. Cameras and security employees monitor the store and help protect the supermarket's inventory. Missing products can become expensive. Theft, damage, administrative errors, and other problems can create shrinkage inventory. The supermarket expected to sell, but cannot. Location is another major economic decision. A supermarket beside a busy road with convenient parking can attract far more customers. Before choosing a location, owners study population, traffic, customer demographics, nearby competitors, parking, and local shopping patterns. A premium location may cost much more in rent but attract significantly more customers. A cheaper location may reduce costs but also bring fewer shoppers. Then there is electricity. Supermarkets constantly operate refrigerators, freezers, lighting, air conditioning, computers, and other equipment. That's why energy efficiency matters. Efficient lighting, refrigeration, temperature controls, and HVAC systems can reduce operating costs over many years. But a supermarket doesn't only want customers once. It wants them to return again and again. Grocery shopping naturally creates recurring demand. Imagine a household returning to the same supermarket every week. One visit may not seem extraordinary, but repeated weekly shopping creates predictable long-term revenue. Loyalty programs strengthen that relationship. Customers can use loyalty cards or smartphone apps while the supermarket collects information about their purchases. That information helps the supermarket understand what customers buy, how often they shop, and which products are commonly purchased together. Supermarkets are also moving online. Customers can now order groceries from home instead of walking through the physical store. But online orders still require workers. Employees have to collect the products from shelves, pack the groceries, and prepare each order. Then delivery workers transport those groceries to customers' homes. Convenient for shoppers, but more expensive for the supermarket. The retailer, therefore, has to compare physical shopping, pickup and delivery costs while trying to provide convenience without destroying its margins. And supermarkets don't control every cost. Suppliers can raise wholesale prices because transportation, labor, energy, packaging, and production have become more expensive. The supermarket then faces a difficult choice: raise retail prices and risk losing customers, or keep prices low and accept lower margins. Competition makes this even harder. Two supermarkets selling similar products can compete directly on price, convenience, location, and customer experience. That's why promotions are so common. Discounts can attract shoppers and encourage them to purchase products they might otherwise ignore. A customer may enter because one product is on sale, but leave with a full shopping cart. The discount may be less important than the additional purchases it creates. This leads to the idea of customer lifetime value. A customer who returns every week can be worth far more over several years than someone who shops once. That's why supermarkets invest in the entire customer experience: clean aisles, organized shelves, fast checkout, convenient parking, friendly employees, and reliable product availability. For large chains, the system becomes even more complex. Headquarters can coordinate purchasing, marketing, accounting, technology, and operations across many stores. This creates economies of scale. One distribution center and one centralized purchasing system can support multiple stores and spread certain costs across a much larger operation. Huge distribution warehouses receive products in massive quantities and then send them to different supermarket locations according to demand. The entire supply chain works as one connected system. Farms and factories supply products. Distribution centers move them. Supermarkets sell them, and customers take them home. At every stage, the supermarket is trying to avoid two expensive problems: empty shelves and excess inventory. Too little stock loses sales, while too much creates waste. Now look at the entire financial system. Money enters through customer purchases and leaves through suppliers. Employees, rent, electricity, technology, transportation, waste, and many other expenses. After all those costs are paid, the final profit can be surprisingly small compared with the enormous amount of revenue passing through the supermarket. And that's what makes this business so fascinating. A supermarket isn't simply a building full of groceries. It's a complex economic machine connecting products, people, money, data, technology, and logistics. Every customer who pushes a cart through those doors starts another economic cycle. The supermarket wants that customer to buy, return, and eventually become a loyal weekly shopper. So the next time you walk into a supermarket for just one item, remember what you're actually entering: a carefully engineered economic system where every shelf, product, employee, delivery truck, and customer decision plays a role in turning groceries into revenue and revenue into profit.